time I ask people what being in love means, because I've never been in love, so every time I ask someone what it means, it's like being self-sacrificing and putting somebody else before yourself. And to me, I interpret that as essentially loving somebody more than you love yourself. But then again, the great world tells us that you're not supposed to do that. So then if that's what being in love is, then it's unhealthy, because you're loving someone more than you love yourself, which means you give this person power to tear you down, but you're still going to be there because you don't care so much about yourself, you care more about them. So that's why I feel like it's unhealthy, just because of the definition I've been given.
Right.
But if my definition is faulty, then of course my beliefs are faulty.
Right.
So
I think one thing too you have to recognize is that love is going to be different for every single person. Like, whatever I say that makes me feel like I'm in love with that person, I have learned that it's completely different. I've had this one standard of what being in love is, and it's supposed to be perfect. We're not supposed to argue and fight. We're supposed to laugh and play. You're supposed to fart on my leg and be cute and all that shit. I mean, I'm just saying, like, completely vulnerable and open with me. That's what my idea of love has always been.
it's taken from your personal.
Right.
Okay, so let me ask you another question. Do you think if one falls in love before one is healthy, do you believe that love can be healthy?
I think it could be healthy. I think if you recognize that when you thought you fell in love, or when you fell in love, not when you thought you fell in love, when you fell in love, where you were, your mindset, where you were in your experience, whatever it is, once you recognize that and say, well, I have more work to do, or I haven't completely worked on myself, and if you vocalize that and relate that to your partner versus just trying to do all that work by yourself, I think that'll be unhealthy if you do that, saying that these are all my problems, these are my issues, and I came with them before I fell in love, but I fell in love and now I still need to work on those things. I think that's what will make it unhealthy, because it'll put you in a position or a state where you can't be open, you can't be real, you can't be honest with your partner, which for me, if you are in love, that's what you're vowing to be. I'm vowing to be broken, vulnerable, all my issues and flaws and all, you decided to accept me and I decided to accept you, and that's why I'm in love with you. So you should share that with them. But if you're doing it solely for you and your own personal self, that's where it can get unhealthy for you.
The relationship that you have with yourself is the relationship that you have with those around you. So, and this is me kind of speaking my own stuff and projecting it onto the world, so that's just me being honest. But I feel like if I'm not okay with me, I've noticed that all my relationships have not been okay either. Because internally, I'm not okay, which means I project those things out. So if I'm a broken person and I fall in love, it's almost like I fell in love with brokenness because I fall in love with who I am, in a sense. So that's why I asked the question, if I'm not healthy, if the love that I find when I'm unhealthy, is that healthy? Because essentially a lot of people say, this is what typically everybody says, I need to get myself together before I can be with anybody else. So my thing is, if you get with somebody before you're together, essentially, rationally it would make sense that relationship wouldn't be healthy.
Like, I'm on this choo-choo train or this roller coaster to the top, and it's kind of like you're like slowly, nowhere near where I am, and it's like, why am I still here? I know I'm not going to get what I've invested in this relationship that I really should probably just be investing in myself.
Let me tell you why that won't work with somebody going here and you going here. Because what this person is going to feel is inadequate. Regardless of what you say, this is who you are.
Right.
You cannot help who you are. You cannot help. You cannot downplay. This is who. If you do downplay or if you don't honor who you are, you're hurting yourself.
Right.
This is who you are, and this is who this person is. This person is always going to feel inadequate. Even when you try to bring yourself here, they know you're here.
Right.
They know it, and they know you're trying. So they're never going to feel good enough. Like, they're never, it doesn't, and that's
the argument we have all day long. And I'm just like, I don't even know why we still having this argument. You feel like you're not good enough, or you can't do enough, or you can't say enough. I feel like I can't change enough. Like, God damn, what would you like for me to do? Punch you upside the head? Because I don't know
it's stifling you. Because what this person is asking you to do is stop and come back. You can't. You can't do that. It's like ringing a bell. You can't unring a bell. The only thing that can happen from here is either you come up or we go separate. That's the only thing that can happen. Because this is going to be a constant battle. I feel like there's a math equation to further illustrate what I'm saying. But I'm a psychology major, not a mathematician. I understand logic. These two, because even look at where they're going. They're never going to cross
plains it all. And but you know, sometimes that's
so even when I was like, just tell me, like, say that I don't feel like I'm where you're at, because I could deal with that. But you know what? I can get you here. Like, we can work together. I can tell you things. We can have these conversations. But because we were so different, like, I was willing to tell him my weakness where I felt like he could help me, and I was willing for him to tell me. But it's because I'm here, and not to say this is like I'm above him, but I'm shooting up, making all this progress, really wanting to be better, and he's here, not even willing. He's just here, not even trying. You know what I mean? You can't. You know what I mean? Like, you can't. We can want all day. We can love all day. We can ask all day. We can pray all day. We can cry all day. We can write all day. We can talk all day. But until they want to do it, there's nothing we can do. And you just have to realize that I'm here, and I got to find somebody who's at least here, or trying to get somebody who wants to be there. You don't even want to. All you want to do is fight with me. You just want to tell me what's wrong, and I'm trying to get to what's right. I'm trying to fix it, but you don't want to.